Hi, beautiful beings. Welcome to the True Essence YouTube channel. My name is Janine, and today we're going to talk a little bit about expectations and especially about the expectations other people have on us and ways we can stay true to ourselves and our truth and to what we truly feel and want. So let's dive into this topic. And in the beginning, I would like to share a little bit more about my experience or experiences in life with other people's expectations and the state of being I was in at that point in time. Because in the past, I I was very, one might say, well, one could influence me very easily because I was not rooted in my truth. I was not very much connected to my true essence or my inner being. And that had different reasons. The first was that I was very traumatized and just did not feel safe in this world. And um, so, yeah, I looked up to souls and people that were like giving me a sense or a feeling of safety. It's in some sort. So that was enough for me at that point. Even if I was betraying some of my core principles at that point in time. But we're going to dive into this a little bit more in the course of this video. So let's talk about what it means or explore what it means to be rooted in your truth and embodied in your truth and to live your true essence. And yeah, in the course of my existence, or yeah, reflecting on the evolution of my being, I went a long way, I would say, because it took me, from my point of view, a long time to be rooted in my true essence, my truth, and embody my true self. Um, yeah, because in the past things were different. Things were different, and yeah, it took me a long time to be able to say no. And um, I don't want that. I want to do what I feel like doing and not what other people wanted me to do or to be. And yeah, it's some of us grew up with that, always knowing what they want and always standing up for themselves and following their truth and following their inner voice. For me, it was kind of like the opposite. Okay, I had that when I was when I was young, when I was a kid. I was like, I just do what I feel like doing, and no one can tell me shit. But yeah, in the course of the evolution of my being and with everything that happened, at some stages in life, I kind of lost my roots, and I felt like I kind of lost myself in a way. Yeah, pretty scary. Because when you feel like you lost your true self or that part of you that feels, yeah, true to you, or that feels like your true essence, your true self, you kind of like I felt lost in this world at some point. I felt very, very lost. And yeah, the world reflected that to me. And when you're in a state, when you're in that state, feeling lost, it can be dangerous because it's very easy to manipulate someone that is not rooted in their truth and someone that feels lost. And you see that in all the mm, all the cults and the people that they attract. You see it in, yeah, all the vortexes of momentum that are spinning at this point in time that attract people that are at a certain frequency, at the frequency of fear. Because when you're in a state of fear and feeling lost, you are easily attracted, or you just get swept away by some vortexes of thought that are in motion at this point in time. And that's why it is even more important at, at this point in time, or at every point in time, to really be rooted in our truth, to embody what we truly are. And I don't want to pressure you in a way, because it took me a good amount of years to get to this point where I'm like, ah, this feeling of, or the need to be liked in a way, it's kind of gone, because feeling feeling true to myself, or following my gut and my intuition and following my bliss and what brings me joy is kind of the most important thing for me. And my radar goes on immediately when I feel sucked into something that I don't want. And now I have the strength to say no, or I can just walk away without even feeling like I have to explain myself to someone. Because in the past I even felt like I have to explain myself for not wanting things. But we don't owe that to anyone. We don't owe an explanation to anyone. And the people that want us to be something, or to go a certain path, or do things that they want to do, or do things that they want us to do, if they do not respect the no, or they don't feel the hesitation in your being that you don't want to do things, I don't think that they are the people we should spend time with. Because yeah, the people that respect us and our boundaries, and yeah, the people that we feel at ease with, the people that we feel seen by, those are the people that we, yeah, that we should spend time with. And for some of us, it takes some good amount of years and some very, very heartbreaking and uh, traumatizing experiences to get to a point where we're like, this is enough. I have enough. I deserve way more than this. I deserve to be respected. I deserve to be treated in a respectful and loving way. And yeah, when I say no, it's no. So sometimes it takes some experiences we have to go through to get to a certain point or a state of being where we can be like, fuck that. I'm just going to walk away and not feel like me in the past, where I was like feeling like I owed the world or people something. But I don't owe anyone anything. And you don't owe anyone anything. And if you feel like you're in a relationship or in something, can be a work relationship, a friendship, or a romantic relationship, and you feel like you owe anyone anything, and you're just staying in that because you feel like you owe them something, that is kind of the first indication that this is not a healthy relationship to be in. And yeah, if you have to bend yourself or yeah, play roles or feeling like you have to fit in a certain picture for someone to to keep things going, or yeah, to just function in a way that the person wants you to function in, it is not the right place to be. But um, yeah, I can tell you this is wrong and this is right. In the end, it is, in the end, I honor your process and whatever you are going through. And I just felt like sharing some of my experiences and yeah, things I worked through throughout my life. Because yeah, the people who know me from the past, they they would be able to tell stories like um, they would probably not know the person that I am today. Because yeah, I felt like I was so far away from my true self in the past. And like I said before, I had a long way to go or to get to that point where I am today. And I'm so thankful that, yeah, that, that I'm walking on this path and that I chose myself at some point. Yeah, there are key points in the evolution of our being that, yeah, can be turning points for ourselves and for our soul. And we can choose to take a different turn. And yeah, we can just say, fuck that. I have enough. Uh, and it's a good feeling. It's the best feeling. It's a freeing feeling. But no buts. Some people might be disappointed, and some people might not like the way you're going or how things um, develop or evolve. But they don't have to like your process. You have to feel feel good in the step that you're taking. And like I said, I went through the process and I went through these steps, and I know that in the beginning it's like we feel like, oh my gosh, are we really doing this? Am I really doing this? Should I am I really stopping to try to please everyone and finally just look out for myself and feel into what's right for me or what feels right for me? And in the beginning, our ego or the old patterns, they they come up, and we are like, oh, okay, now we can make a decision that feels like a decision that feels like true to ourselves, or we can function in the old patterns. And it's okay if it happens a few times after that, but the most important thing is that we notice when we behave in old patterns, and we can also notice and we feel it clearly in our being and in ourselves when we make a decision that feels empowered, a decision that feels like, oh yes, that is that feels that feels true to me, that feels right. Ah, yeah, it is a path. And yeah, for anyone that's watching this video, if you're on that path, or if you're just starting to change directions a little bit and shift perspective a little bit, I would love to encourage you to keep on going and to keep on choosing you, and keep on choosing what feels right for you. Because the more you choose yourself and what feels right, what feels empowering for you, the more you root yourself in your true essence, or what you truly are. Because to be honest with all of you, I play a lot of roles in this life. Up now, I don't know. I feel like embodied at this point in time. But when I grew up, I was a people pleaser, definitely. Sometimes I'm still catching myself to feeling the need to make someone feel okay in some way. But yeah, it's okay if some patterns still show up. And the most important thing is that we see and that we become aware of these patterns. So I played a lot of roles to please anyone but myself for the majority of my, yeah, let's say late childhood to in the teenage years. Most definitely, I felt so lost in my teenage years. And yeah, but things changed at some point. Things changed. But yeah, like I said, I played a lot of roles for a lot of people. And it wasn't conscious at that point. I just felt like stepping into this role that the person needed me to be, or the person stepping into the person that this person needed me to be satisfied. But is that felt like betraying myself over and over and over again, because I was stepping into all of these roles for all the people to, yeah, satisfy them in a way. So they are like, oh, things go smooth and everything. And not staying true to myself for a long period of time. And that is why I felt so lost at some point, where I felt like something in me where was asking, like, where am I even? Or who am I even? And I had that feeling of longing for my truth. And yeah, of course I wanted to feel good and have uplifting experiences in life, and freeing experiences, empowering moments and experiences in my life. So at some point, I listened. I listened to the signals, and followed through with what did really feel good for me. But it is a journey. It is a journey. And sometimes it's still like I I feel more embodied. Of course, I am on my path, and we are never really fully shaped into, or I don't know how I might phrase this, but yeah, we are all constantly evolving. I am constantly evolving in the evolution of my being, and this is just a snippet um, at this point in time. um, yeah, but I feel empowered. I feel like making decisions from my heart, and yeah, taking the time to really feel into if this is if whatever is occurring in front of me is for me, and knowing or always reminding myself that in every situation I have a choice. I can make a choice. And yeah, it's an amazing place to be in that state, because when you know that you can make a choice in every moment, and yeah, you feel that things are going a certain way. And we know that feeling when when the stomach is like crumbling. We know when something is not right, and we just have to remember that we can make a choice, and we can always turn into another direction. And yeah, a little reminder to, yeah, just feel into things wherever you are. Feel into things. You don't have to get swept away by other people's expectations. And I feel like tapping into this a little bit deeper, because, yeah, there are some people, and uh, the common language for them at this point in time in our society is narcissists, people that are very, very much in their egos, and yeah, are not really, they just want what they want. And it's okay. They can want what they want. And when we are not empowered, or when we are not rooted in our truth, it's easier for someone with a strong will or expectation to like put that program or that structure or around you, or like I said, getting swept away by the vortex of expectation and thought that is that that is them. But when we are rooted in our truth, and it's possible to be rooted in your truth, and there can be someone that is, I don't know, maybe they were running the program of always getting what they want, and people were behaving always in the same way, and they were always getting their, yeah, just getting what they want. And if when you're rooted in your truth, you can be there, and the person can be there and expect something. And yeah, like I said, have these big ego expectations, but you can still, you are so strong because you chose yourself so many times throughout time, and you're doing it over and over and over again, that this vortex of expectation that this person has no influence over you, because you have grown into this big tree with these roots that go down to the core of the earth. And it's impossible for someone to like suck you into something, because you know your truth. You know your truth. And this is so, so important, beautiful souls, because this is the point where you are the most empowered, when you know that whatever storm is out there. And that can be a wave or vortex of whatever is planted in the field. And when you are rooted, you are not getting swept away by it. It's impossible that it sucks you in. And that is the most, yeah, I feel like, or I wish that a lot of people experience this state of being, because, like I said before, when we are in fear or we feel lost in this world, like I did for a lot of years in my life, and these expectations or these, vortexes in the field of consciousness, in the collective, swirl by, they suck you in. But like I said, it's possible to not get sucked in by other people's expectations or by the vortexes planted in the field of consciousness or anything. Yeah, I guess, or I feel that is the that is what I feel like transporting in this video, that it is possible to move from a state of feeling lost and fearful of everything, to a state of embodiment and truth and feeling empowered in his life and his existence, knowing that you always have the choice, and knowing that, you choose the path and you create your reality at any point in time or in this endless moment of creation, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Okay, beautiful beings. This is the core essence of this video. So wherever you are right now in the course of the evolution of your being, know that it is possible to grow into that tree, to grow these deep, deep roots, and also expand your branches to the top. And stay true to yourself, stay rooted in your truth, no matter what is going on in the collective, and no matter what other people are expecting from you. And of course, I want you all to experience this and feel like you can be anything, do anything, and make the choices that feel the most empowered to your true essence, your true self. And it's possible. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more, like, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because then you will get notified if something new is coming up. And thank you for your time and attention. I hope you come out of this a little bit more hopeful and a little bit more uplifted, and walk the path. I believe in you. You can do this. And I love you, and I see you next time. Bye-bye.